Terminal List.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Okay, originally I'm so over Chris Pratt. Wow. He has way too many projects. I'm like a little bit over it. He's in everything. And so I didn't really want to watch the show because I'm not really a Chris Pratter, but I am the guy from Battlefield. I am a supporter of him. I'll always be, Battleship, that's what it is. Battleship. I'll always support you from 2013. So I was like, okay, let me watch the show. And let me go to the big screen. Look at me right now. Don't end up on my list. Don't end up on my list.
I'm trying to find his name real quick because you love this guy.
I know I need to put up like a cast list because this show was top notch. I really loved how it started.
Taylor Kitsch.
Oh, Taylor Kitsch. Yeah. Simply. So, okay, the way the show started, the first episode, I wasn't really on board because I was like, oh, it's another like military movie, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Oh, he's a lone survivor. He's mad at everybody. Like, I got that already from the beginning, and I wasn't really invested. And I was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then he killed his mom, and then they killed the mom and daughter. I was like, don't end up on my list. I was like, yeah. And the thing is too about this show, when that first episode ended, I was like, let me find out it's an inside job. Everybody dying. And it was.
Yeah, this show, this show at the beginning, what I liked about this show, the way it started was kind of like, is this really happening or is this happening in his head? And then right? And then it was like, okay, so because they did great with the editing on it, right? It was like, you know, for instance, the beginning where he thought where the guy in green tripped the bomb, and it was like, oh, it's the other team that tripped the bomb.
Yeah.
But then he remembered it was one of his teammates tripped the bomb. So from that point, I was like, okay, is this happening for real? Or is this going to be happening in his head mixed with reality? Mm-hmm. What is happening for real? But it's just that his memory's messed up and you find out why because
he has a brain tumor.
He has a tumor, right.
Yeah, so just to let y'all know, this show is all episodes were dropped at once on June 30th. So it's been out for 2 weeks now. So we're going into spoilers because it's been out for a while. This is a really good show. Definitely a watch to binge watch. And yeah, I really loved how each episode was like was somebody was dying, and the kill scenes were good. Like my favorite, it was just a really good show. My favorite episode is the one where he's on the run in the woods. That was my favorite. That was my favorite episode because seeing how he was still tactical. It doesn't matter that he had a tumor. It showed that he was like the best SEAL or best whatever he is.
He's SEAL. He's Navy SEAL.
SEAL in the Navy. Whatever. But yeah, what else were you gonna say?
I love the fact how all the kill scenes were good. I like how we set traps for everybody. How we deduce who was who. It was set up really well. The big bad at the end. There was a point. I will tell you what though. The ambassador, Secretary of Defense, I think she is Secretary of Defense. I love how they did her story. Jean Triplehorn, she was Secretary of Defense. Mm-hmm. So I love how they did her story because there was a point when I was watching her, and I was like, is she a bad guy or a good guy? Now in the first episode, I said she's involved. And the only reason why I said that, I told it to mom when I was watching, I said, she's involved. You know why I said it? Because almost in every movie you watch,
it's always the person
you can always tell, right? Because you see, when you see the first episode of most shows, the bad guy's in it. Especially in the mystery ones, you just don't know who the bad guy is yet. There's going to be some twist. So in the first episode, I was like, she's involved.
Right.
But then as I watched 2 and 3, I was like, well, damn, she was so cool. I was like,
she wasn't involved.
She's not involved. But then it was coming back to where she could be involved. Well, maybe she's not involved.
Yeah.
And then even to the very last episode when she's talking to the reporter, Candace Wu.
Oh, yeah.
When she's talking to the reporter, part of me was like, I kind of believe what she's saying. Like, she's not involved. But she's somewhat involved, but she didn't plan to be involved. And they tricked. It wasn't until the very last, up to the moment when she got jumped. I got caught by Candace with some questions. Then I realized, oh damn, she is involved.
She's involved. I know, yeah, because I was like, wait. I was like, what is the story?
What is the story? Which one is true?
They did well with the confusion, but not confusing us too much to the point where I wanted to turn it off.
Right.
But it was still like I need to. It was like the story was being unveiled very slowly.
Very slowly, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And you know what? It is because I'm a hardcore TV person. It's hard to catch me off guard.
Right.
That's why I love it when they do catch me off guard. Because then it's like, oh damn, this was a damn good show.
Yeah, it was good writing for sure.
It was really
good writing and good action put together. And just to say that there does not need to be a season 2 with a different seal.
No. This is a wrap. There's no need to do a season 2. Yeah. It's a wrap. It's good. It's a self-contained story. It's a beautiful story. It's based on a novel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's good. I
feel like when something is good, they're like, oh, let's do it 1 billion more times. No, it's good. Like, let it be good.
Yeah, it was good by itself. I'm happy with it for sure.
The Taylor or Ben Edwards, him saying brother, I almost fought him every time he saw brother. I was like, okay, we get it. You're like friends or whatever. Okay. But anyways, his thing. I was like, don't let him be inside job too.
Yeah.
I was like, it can't be him too. And then it was at the end.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah. I would have preferred, because to me that was cliche-ish.
It was cliche.
Yeah, because they always do that in everything where the best friend is involved.
Yeah.
The difference here though, what I like what he did was he didn't really know about the wife and the daughter.
Yeah.
And that's what pushed him to the other side. Before that, he was like, well, shoot, I'll just take the money and whatever happens because they're going to die anyway, which is logical and what people probably would do, right? But then when they killed the wife, he was like, that's too much. So even though I'm not going to tell him I'm involved, I'm going to make sure he gets revenge on everyone. So that's real life. That's what people will do. You're not going to admit to someone, you would hope that someone has the character to say, oh, damn, dude, check it out. I too was involved. But most people would not. They would say, yeah, we got to go kill everybody except me.
And then he found out, he was like, finish your list.
Yeah, but I didn't like that though, because again, that just falls into the cliche of the best friend being involved. I didn't like
that was the only thing that felt cliche, but everything else was
good. And that ending one, I wish I just left it where his friend helped him. It was it.
I know, right?
Or maybe he got killed or something.
Yeah.
And that could have been it. But I didn't like how they did that part. Yeah.
The crazy kill was the guts being pulled out. Oh my gosh.
Crazy. I've never seen anything like that in a TV or movie.
I've never seen
unless it was a horror movie. But in an action movie, because he was like, because his I don't know what a guy was to him, friend of the family, whatever, when they were in Mexico, he was like, look, we can catch them on the way out. We have snipers. We can kill them. Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt was like, nah. Bruh. He's like, nah. He's like, that's too impersonal. This person killed my wife and my daughter. I'm burning the universe down like Gord the God Butcher.
Yeah, he really killed everybody. He did not.
Everybody dies
on that list.
I'm taking everybody out. He wanted that personal feel. He wanted the guy to know, I killed you. He didn't want him to drive on to get a bullet and he just thought, he died. He wanted to understand, I want you to know when you in hell, burning in hell, I want you to be thinking about that I'm the one that sent you to hell. I don't want you to be just in hell like, I want you to be hell like, damn, how'd I get here? Oh, somebody must have shot me. No, I'm the somebody that shot you.
No,
he wanted him to know.
That's really how this show got me, because I was like, why'd you have to kill the mom and the daughter?
It's crazy.
And the daughter? Let's lock her up or
they
something.
Did that to make it look like a murder-suicide. He killed them, and then he killed himself.
No.
Which to me, logic problem is, okay, so I killed my wife and my daughter, and I drove to get an MRI, and then I shot them, and then shot myself.
That part of it was weird for me too. I was like, that episode kind of confused me.
What they should have done was, when he killed a wife and daughter, when he got home, then you grab him and kill him. If I'm a cop, how would I equate that? That makes no sense.
I know, but the cops were in on it.
That's true. The cops were in on it.
So they were like, yeah.
Yeah, the cops were in on it. So no, it was good. But when he tore his guts out, his intestines.
Yeah, and hung him up.
And hung him and says,
walk.
Mom was like, what?
Walk.
Walk.
That's messed up.
Yeah, Maya loved it too. She loved that part. She was screaming at the house, "What?" So, you gotta watch Terminal List, man. If you haven't seen it, we spoiled it for you, but you gotta watch it.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Hold on.
Let's see what the critics are talking about.
Hold on, let's get this out of the way. So the critics didn't like it.
The critics did not like this.
I don't understand because I could see why the critics don't like it, but what did you not like about it?
I don't know. It's a TV show, it's not a movie. It's a TV show. As a movie, I could see why they didn't like it, but as a movie, I could see why you wouldn't like it somewhat because it's not a movie format. Because it's not a movie.
It's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
A TV show format, it's a good show. Like I couldn't say anything bad about it.
Nah, they were wrong on this one, big time.
So let's see what the Rotten Reviews have to say. Not completely horrible or unwatchable, but a series that is hard to recommend to everyone. If you enjoy action, drama, and Chris Pratt, though, this is for you. And it would have worked much better as a movie. You're thinking of John Wick, where, yes, okay, like John Wick 1 worked. John Wick 2 was not great. John Wick 3 was just too much guns. Okay, so John Wick 1 worked. But this was long form, and I enjoyed it. And I don't even like Chris Pratt like that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I think the way they unpacked it slowly worked for this. If this was a movie, you'd have to cut a lot of stuff out, and then you'd have to start filling in the blanks in your brain.
Yourself.
Here, they let us know what happened, what's going on, and how it's playing out. I think this person's wrong.
And yeah, with the long form, it helped me care about the characters more as well.
Yep.
So let's get a fresh review. Cleanse our palates. Pratt carries the Terminal List with a surprising amount of depth and touching resonance on top of the high-octane action scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was, and what was good about this was it wasn't just pure shoot 'em up, even though I love shoot 'em up.
Right.
But this wasn't just pure shoot 'em up. This had a good story to it, and a good reasoning behind it. And something that's actually plausible that someone would test it out. If I was testing a drug on someone, I wouldn't test it on the entire unit.
Yeah.
I would spread it across units.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So you got cancer, you got cancer. Done.
Yeah. Oh, what? Everybody in this platoon got cancer? Maybe something wrong with the base. Right? But the
all
whole
14
group,
in one group?
Yeah, you gotta kill everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get back to us. So there was a good premise on it. It's plausible in some ways. And yeah, I agree that it played out really well.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay. So what is your rating for this show?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Why an 8? What's the 2 off?
It wasn't perfect. There was some logic issues.
I don't even know what was off. It's 10 on 10.
10 out of 10.
It's 10 on 10. I don't know.
Throwing out 10s like candy.
I can't. Okay, let me think of something that was wrong. Nothing. I can't think of anything that was wrong.
The cliche with the best friend.
Okay. A 9.8. A 9.8.
All right.
9.8. Okay. Now moving on.